Hey guys, it's postboxpat and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be telling you how to win almost every time on Halo Wars with under 6 minutes. Now you're going to have to stay really focused in this video when we get in the game. The character you're going to want to play as is Forge, and again this is in 1v1s on Deathmatch, not Blitz. I'll be doing a separate video for Blitz and a little tutorial, but in this tutorial you want to play as Sergeant Forge and you're going to want to follow the steps. As soon as you get in the game, you want to press LT and upgrade your first hero ability. That will allow you to produce resources at a cheaper cost and be able to kind of build stuff at a faster rate because you're producing more resources, therefore being able to rush. Now you've got to get this rush set up quick. If you don't get the rush set up quick, or if you're against another Forge, I highly suggest just defending. If you come against another Forge, they're probably going to do the same thing. So to be fair, I wouldn't go for the rush. I'd do some scouting and do some other stuff. But other than that, if you're not against the Forge, you can try it, and you've probably got at least a 90% chance of winning if you get it correct. It's all about getting it correct. I've won at least 20 games and only lost probably about 5 doing it, so it's quite a good win ratio doing this. However, I have lost a lot against Forges because you can't rush against another Forge. It's very difficult to do because they're probably going to be doing the same sort of thing as you, building up units, and depending on what units they want to build, they could be completely countering you because you're going to use Jackrabbits to do this rush. Now, like I said, get that economy thing upgraded. Once that's upgraded, craft 2 supply pads, simply like that. Then once you've got your 2 supply pads, wing on a generator there. Now you want to send your Marines to 2 separate supplies. Usually I send one near the base and one quite far out, so we send this one over here just to get quite good distance on them so they can produce a lot. As soon as the supply pad's built, upgrade your supply pad to be ready to do that. As soon as that's done, boom, do that, get a Jackrabbit on the build. Now, one of the main rules doing this is don't build loads of Jackrabbits and let the enemy see them. You can lock down your base, you can do whatever you want. To be fair, I just build them somewhere in the corner of the map, but it's up to you. You don't want to let your enemies see them, and you don't want to upgrade your Jackrabbits because that kind of gives them the idea that you're going to rush them. And they don't really want to know that. If you're going to rush them, the enemy's probably going to set up a lot of defenses and build a lot of counter units for your Jackrabbits. So you've got to make sure you're set for that. You don't want them to know that you're going to rush them, which is quite easy to do. Just don't show them that you've got Jackrabbits. Just build 2 or 3 Jackrabbits and have them scouting the map for resources, whereas all the others are hidden in the corner or locked down on a base. So when I say that, you claim a second base. I wouldn't claim that yet. Wait until you've got all your main things built on here. Now you want to be attacking around the 6-minute mark to 5-minute mark, if possible. It's quite hard to get an attack in around there, to be fair, but if you guys play this correct, you guys can do it. I know you can do it because I've done it so many times, as you can see on screen right now. This is a live commentary game, so if I'm a little stuttery, it's because I'm playing it live, and it's quite hard to do, commentate and play it live and try your rush or the rush that I came up with and get it correct basically live. It's really hard to do, but I'll try my best, and I have done this before with Air Mech Arena. I've done a few in Minecraft before, and I have done some in the past on Halo Wars, and they're very successful videos. A lot of people have a lot of success from these videos. Obviously there's always counters to it. For example, if you were to build a whole base full of turrets with anti-vehicle turret on it and you knew they were going to rush you, you're guaranteed to counter them near enough every time, unless they've got some special unit under the sleeve or something. Near enough you're going to counter them every single time, because it's happened to me a few times. But if they don't know you're going to rush, you've probably got a good chance of doing it, and I would highly suggest trying it out if they don't know you're going to rush. Again, try not to give away that you've got too many Jackrabbits. I like to keep my Jackrabbits quite separate so the enemy don't know I've got them. And again, along the back wall over here is where I'm going to set up all my little kind of like unit type things where I'm going to craft all my Jackrabbits on. So as soon as I'm ready, I'll set up all my Jackrabbits on there, and basically I'll be ready to go from there. So you upgrade your generators next. Generators aren't too important in this, they're only kind of important. I wouldn't say they're major and I wouldn't say they're minor. Obviously here you can see that he's got a brute chopper, so I'd suggest leaving that and let the brute chopper take the resources and just run away from it, because you don't want to give away that you want to fight yet. You want to give away the idea of fighting later on, not yet, because if you give it away now, it's going to kind of give away the idea that you're going to rush, which I wouldn't want to give away for you guys. So I'm going to lock down my base for this, just because his brute chopper was only up there. I'm going to undo actually them 7 and then upgrade this thing. This is the next key thing you want to upgrade, this ACC assemble. That will reduce the cost of your Jackrabbits and also increase their time of productivity, so they'll produce a lot quicker, which is very key when you're doing something like this. So we've got all my Jackrabbits producing on there. Let's get an upgrade on one of these generators, and that should be fine there. Now if we send these Marines over to this back point over here, send this Jackrabbit over here, we'll be able to claim this one over here and claim that and get some stuff on that. Now a thing you can do with your Marines that I like to do every now and then is put your Marines in garrisons. If you can find a garrison near the enemy base, there's one over here, and I think there is another one around here somewhere there. That's a good one to put your troops in because it's quite close to their base, and if they are chasing you down, you could actually retreat to there, and your Marines have got quite decent stats. So I'm going to send my Marines in to kill that grunt squad and put that one in the garrison, just because it's a lot easier to do and it just makes more sense to keep them in the garrison. Now when you've got all your Jackrabbits building up over here, fortunately the base wasn't on lockdown, but that doesn't matter. If we set the rally point behind the base, all your Jackrabbits will actually hide behind the base, and most likely the enemy won't find them there, which is a really good idea to do. Again, he's running from my Marines, which is what we like to see, because we don't want him to kind of get the idea that we're rushing. Now if we pull back this Jackrabbit, I'm just going to call them rabbits for the rest of the video. We pull back the rabbit to base. That could be a good idea to do. The only reason I want to call them rabbits is because Jackrabbit is quite a mouthful to say, because I'm going to be saying it a lot throughout this video. So the rabbits, we're going to pull that one back to base and craft up some more stuff. Make sure your other generators are upgraded. Both generators are upgraded. Everything is upgraded. So now you're kind of ready to go. You just need some more smaller bases to craft Jackrabbits on quickly. We're going to craft as many Jackrabbits as we can in a short period of time, because we need these guys to build up quick now, because we're at the stage where the Jackrabbits are ready to go. We just need the right amount for them to get ready out there and get the kills. So the time's ticking, and it is 5 minutes in, which is pretty late for this rush, but you can do it between 5 and 6 minutes. But I highly suggest trying to hit the base between 6 and 4 minutes. Anything longer than that, you're probably going to get quite a lot of units attacking you, which you don't really want. But unfortunately, I think we're going to be at that stage today just because our Jackrabbits, we just haven't been able to take these middle bases here. But it's alright, I don't think he's going to build much, so we should be alright if we can get this base over here. Make sure these supply pads are upgraded, get them supply pads upgrading, and get all your Jackrabbits crafting up nicely done. So you can clearly see we've got the idea of the scout going on over here, and obviously his main base, we haven't scouted it yet, but I assume he's probably not going to have turrets, so with a little bit of luck, we should be able to take it out. Now this next option, you've got a choice. You can either click on to upgrade to assemble again, or you can go on heal drone, and then the next one will be vehicle drop, because that's going to be key for the raids. So we're going to go on assemble just because I've still got a few more to craft up, and it's just a lot cheaper if I just cancel loads of them and recraft them. We'll get loads of free supplies. The reason I do that is just because it's a lot cheaper to do it now, because the Jackrabbits now cost 146 rather than 170 odd, and at first they're like 210 or something. So it's quite a lot of different stuff on price, and that, again, this is a live commentary, so if I am saying the wrong things, it is because it's a live commentary and I haven't done an overdub commentary, which I do with some of my videos. But this time I've just done a live commentary because I just like to do these sort of winning ones live commentary, just to try and get the live feel, the live element to it, just to give you guys a realistic feel on how difficult it is to do every now and then. Let's try and pull back with these Marines there. Alright, Jackrabbits are pulling back to this spot here, and Marines have got the scout on it. It's pretty good positioning, so that's nicely done. Our Jackrabbits are nearly all crafted up. Let's craft one more on here, upgrade that supply pad, and there we are. We've almost got a full army of Jackrabbits. So we unlock the base. I think the base did get locked, so if we unlock that base, all the Jackrabbits should go to the back over there. Nicely done. We've still got 4 crafting on there, which is quite a lot, so we'll cancel a few on there, and we're basically ready to go. We are 7 minutes in, which is quite late for this rush, but it's never too late, and there's nothing too late for this rush. If you know your opponent's an elite or something, you've probably got a high chance of beating them. So if we get all our units to regroup at this spot here, so we fall back here, get them Marines actually going in, because we don't want them Marines. Let's go and see if we can get the Marines to scout, see what sort of stuff he's got. So he's got some grunts running down there. Let's go and get these Marines in on the scout. Again, it's key to get the scout going because you just want to know roughly what they got. And here's my massive army ready for this crazy rush. You guys can try this out for yourself. Again, I've taken quite a while to do this. With a little bit of luck, we'll see what he's got in his army. And hopefully be able to get past. So he's only got a weak amount of troops. He is actually sending them in. So we could contact his troops or go straight for his base. And to be fair, I think we're going to go straight for his base. I'm going to build 2 turrets on the back of my base just in case he comes to me. And we should be able to hold him off like that sort of aspect of stuff. We'll build some turrets there because we've got enough resources to do that. And then we'll send all our Jackrabbits down the left hand side over to here. Send all our Jackrabbits over there. Come round at his base this direction where I'm going on the map now, and come round that way. Look at my mini map. and going around the very edge of the map towards his base. The reason I'm doing that is because he's got a big army here. I want him to pull back that army when I'm attacking his base if he's not got turrets. If he has got turrets, that'll change the option. And again, the good thing about this tactic is you can actually switch to air units. Because we've got so many resources and we're not actually doing anything now, I'll show you the idea of doing that. You just upgrade your base again, so you upgrade it to command center, and then you create 2 air pads. And if you do fail the rush, it is possible to fail, it's not easy every time, you can actually have a chance at winning it second time using an air attack, which works really well, and I highly suggest trying it if you guys haven't tried that. If you don't manage to rush the first time, try rushing with the air attack the second time. So you can see he's got that base over there. Let's not take that base. Let's focus his first base. Hopefully he's got no turrets. And there you go. He's got no turrets on his first base. We can just focus down his main base. He's going to pull back all his units, so you're going to have a little bit of a hassle to deal with. But the thing with Jackrabbits, because there's so many of them, you can actually take down his units, move your units to the back of the base, and just keep running with your Jackrabbits because they're so quick. You can move really fast. And the good thing about them as well, they do detect units. So if someone has invisible units, you can near enough take them out. So he's going to send in his units any moment now. So here come his units. So let's see if we can fight these guys off. Remember to upgrade your vehicle drop. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. Vehicle drop is really key. I pressed Lotus Mines, which is a bad choice, which will actually help us out in this situation. But usually you wouldn't want to press them. Actually, they didn't help us out at all. But you don't want to press Locust Mines usually, but accidentally I did press them. Oops. You meant to press vehicle drop. Sorry about that, guys. Just remember next time when you guys are doing it, press vehicle drop because it will really help you out. But we seem to have this one in the bag, in my opinion. This guy's really going to be lacking. We can hit his main base. We should be really good for this. Let's just split up a few Jackrabbits and go and scout out his second base, which he's got over here. We'll send 8 Jackrabbits over there. If they're doing that huge beam thing, just remember to keep moving all your Jackrabbits and don't stop moving. If a hunter or anything anti-tank spawns, focus that down. You don't want that thing wrecking you because that will tear you apart if you mess up slightly, which you don't want it to happen. So yeah, we've got main Jackrabbit stacking over here. That's fine. Local units over here. Take out the hunters because we don't want them damaging us. Again, once these hunters are down, I'm probably going to focus on the raid camp where he's crafting the hunters from. So once that hunter's down, we're going to focus the raid camp because obviously that's where he's crafting the hunters, and we don't want them hunters to actually affect us in his raid. So we're nearly done now, guys. You guys just keep focusing the base. Obviously when you're doing it, it's quite difficult to do. His second base, he's probably not going to be focusing on that at all now, so we've hit that a little bit. So when we do go over there later on in the video, we'll be able to take that out pretty easily. But as you can see, we've basically almost won this game. And just make sure one thing when you're doing this is just scout the other bases around the map. Make sure he's not building a second base because you don't want him to. You've got enough resources now to take other bases and not build anything. As you can see, he's built another base over there. So let's just take our units over there and stop him from crafting one there. Take out his main base here, nicely done. And these 2 bases here, I'd probably just suggest building a base on them, but you don't really need to build up on the base, just get it there so they can't claim it. And yeah, just take out his main base, these local Jackrabbits, make sure they're still focusing down this one. And you should be fine, just keep working on it like this, and there you go, he's conceded. So yeah, works pretty well, nice little rush, highly suggest trying it out. It's all about them resource, like, the allocation of the resources correctly to the exact resource for each unit. It's all about the timing. That one was a little bit late and the guy was quite a low level, but I've beaten level 40s doing this, I've beaten level 30s doing this tactic. It works really well and I highly suggest trying it. Again, if you do fail on your first attack, switch to air units. If they fail, then it comes a full-time game and that's your decision onwards from there. Another thing you can do with the rush as well is you can actually use it as a counter. If someone was to rush you, you can use your rush to counter their rush, which is pretty interesting as well. And also, if you're against another forge, to be fair, a forge or a cutters are pretty easy to beat. You just got to be careful what they're using and if they're building turrets or not. But if you're against another forge, to be honest, I wouldn't rush them because they're probably going to try rushing you as well. So you want to build either units or turrets just to defend yourself, or scout them if it's a forge or a cutter. Other than that, you've probably got a good win, especially if it's elite. Elite's easy. Andres is pretty easy to rush, and so is Isabel. But cutter and forge, I personally have had troubles with them too. All the others though, I've been able to win. Cutter and forge usually last a little longer. I have rushed them, but it's pretty difficult, especially forge. I found him the most difficult to rush, just because the resource gathering rate is a lot higher because of that first upgrade. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you want to see more every time win help videos, or whatever you want to call them, how to win every time, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe down below. Again, my Q&A is out this week, so get tuned for that if you aren't ready for that already. that would be really awesome. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe like I just said. And once again, this is postboxpat signing out.